Did you get ready in the dark or something? 'Cause you look like a beautiful nightmare.
Hi everybody. As you can tell by the title, I am going to be talking about my top 12 of 2021 and 3 honorable mentions. Yeah. So, it's been a while since I read a lot of these, so a lot of them I'm not going to remember a lot about them, unfortunately. But I'm going to try and, do as best as I can. It might be a while because 2 things I went by author instead of picking a book. Because I just couldn't do it. I had to, I just had to do the author for 2 of these. So, just be prepared for that. So, some are going to have more than 1 book. Okay, so the first are going to be the 2, or did I say 3? 12. The 3 honorable mentions, yes. I believe I said 3. And these are, the 3 are in no particular order, so. And then 12 and 11 could have been, is basically interchangeable. So, yeah. Okay, so the first one that's an honorable mention is The Hunter by Kerrigan Bryce. This is about Christopher, and I forget the girl's name, Millie. And he's hired to kill her because he's an assassin. And he actually decides that instead of killing her, he's going to protect her from everybody else. Because he knows that if he doesn't kill her, that the person that hired him to kill her is definitely going to be hiring other people. So he's going to protect her, and and of course they're going to fall in love. It's really good. Like, I love this book so much. Then we have The Affinity Noise by Lauren Chapin, something like that. I forget their names. This is about Calb. He's 16, I believe. Yeah, he's 16 years old, and he's an empath, where he can hear experience other people's emotions. And he meets Adam, yeah. And Adam is somebody that keeps him sane, basically. Like, he can't hear Adam's thoughts, I believe. And it talks about, like, how he got this power and stuff like that. And it's, of course, their romance, too. It's so good. So good. Then we got Summer Suns by Lee Mandelio, something like that, Mandello. This is, see, told you I'm bad at names. This is about Andrew. This guy that he liked, Eddie, is dead, and they said that he committed suicide, and Andrew doesn't believe, Andrew doesn't believe that Eddie committed suicide. And this one has a lot of, like, it has, like, drag racing, it's dark, drug usage, all that kind of stuff. Of course, maybe suicide, maybe not suicide. So, yeah, it's just him, like, getting with this group that he thinks might know something or maybe did something to his friend. And there's a little bit of romance in here. But the romance isn't the main plot, so, yeah. But there is, like I said, you don't know if this person committed suicide or not. So, and there's also a mystery that something happened to these 2 when they were younger. And he's trying to figure out the mystery and see if maybe the mystery has something to do with why all this happened. So, yeah. Okay, now we're into the top 12. Let me get a sip of my coffee. Okay, now I'm coming in at number 12. I tried to get that 2 in, but my finger went down. A Lady of Rooks, Grave Manor by Catherine Moon. This is a special edition from, I always forget the name of that company. I can't remember the name of the company. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm like, my brain, boop, boop. But you can only get it through them, and I don't think they have anymore. But yeah. This is about, I'm always forgetting names, like I told you. Esther. Esther. It's E-S-T-H-E-R. She's about to lose her position as a maid. And someone sees her and wants her to, tells her about, either sees her or tells her. Somehow she finds out about this place that you could go to, and it's like, your clientele, you have a clientele that you hang around with, and this one, they're monsters. And yeah, and she has like 5, I'm trying to remember if there's 5 or 6 guys. And there's a lot of smut in this. Oh, it's so much fun. So much fun. I mean, oh my gosh, there's this one scene between her and these 2 guys, and I'm like, ow, but ooh, cool, I guess, if you're into that kind of stuff. But yeah, it's just her having a lot of fun sex with, like, there's this guy that is like the Invisible Man, like he can, and there's like a Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, and there's like a gnome, and there's a vampire who is my favorite. I love the vampire. I think his name's Augustus, but I could be wrong. But there's also some mystery in here, like there is a bad person in this book. Yeah. But it's a lot of sex, you guys, like a lot of sex. I put down Augusta. Yeah, it's Augusta. It's not August. It's almost August. It's A-U-G-U-S-T-E. So Augustus. Augusta, something like that. But I love him. Like, I love a man that knows his way in the kitchen. Yeah, so. Especially since I can't cook hardly at all. So yeah, it's really good. Then we got at number 11, Legend Born by Tracy Dion. And this is like a Arthur retelling or whatever you want to say. And like I told you, I can't remember names. Bree, her mother supposedly dies in a car accident. And she goes to this school or something like that, and it's a, like, it's a, what do you call it? Like a boarding school, or, I can't remember what it's called. Let me find it. It's a residential program, sorry, for bright high schoolers. And, when she gets there, she meets a whole bunch of, like, demons and things like that. And she finds out about this world. And there's definitely, I shouldn't say definitely, but I think there's going to be a love triangle. At least some of the things sound like it. And I like the one guy that she's, like, really, really with, but I prefer the other guy. I'm just going to say that. If you like a good, Arthur retelling, whatever you want to say, and, like secrets and like society, like some other society, like other people trying to like, kill them and stuff like that and infiltrate, whatever you want to say. I don't know. I'm not good at explaining. You guys know what I'm talking about. But yeah, it's very cool. Bree is awesome. Like, I love her. She's badass. Like, this one, I was really wanting to put into the top 10, but I didn't know what to, like, put it in with, because, like, 10, 9 could have been either, even in 11th place. I just couldn't figure it out. So I just put this at 11, but just know that this one, everything but the top 5, really. The top 5 are my absolute favorite, so they can't be interchangeable, but almost everything else in the top 12 can. But this one, like I said, is so fun. I love Bree. Like I said, she's badass. I love her dad. I love, like, finding out all about Merlin and, you know, that whole society and stuff like that. So, yeah. And I definitely can't wait for the next one to come out. Okay, top 10. So, 5, 10. I can't do my fingers today. Is The Hating Game by Sally Thorne. This is a hate to love. I still haven't watched the show for it, even though I heard that the show wasn't near as good as the book. But this is with Josh and Lucy, and they do not like each other, and they do these weird games. Like, some people might think it's childish, but I thought it was fun, the games that they would play with one another, against one another. And then they had to fake date, and it's just, like, so much fun. Like, so much fun. Like, I just love how much they hate each other at first, and how much they fall, and of course, I love when the guy in the book falls first. And if I'm not mistaken, I believe this one had like a sick trope, you know, like when one of them's sick and the other one takes care of the other one, which I freaking love. I just love hate to love, which I didn't know really how much I loved this trope until like the last couple of, like the last 5-6 months. But yeah, in the last 5 or 6 months, I've just been like eating up the hate to love and the forks approximacy, whatever you want to say, or where they have to pretend like they're dating and stuff like that. But I just love Joshua. He cracked me up. And like I said, the games between these two cracked me up. And I just thought they had wicked chemistry, if I can talk. It was just so much fun. It's a book that you don't have to take too seriously, but it just hits you. At least it hit me, and I loved it. Like, it was a good time. I didn't even think I was going to love this as much as I did. I was like, okay, I've heard so much hype about this book. Everybody freaking loves it, but yeah, I don't want to like go into it thinking I'm going to love it, because I don't want to be disappointed. And that's how I went in, and I freaking loved it. Freaking loved it. Number 9. Death Prefers Blondes by Kel Rohering. Like I said, I suck at remembering names. Margot. She has these friends that are drag queens, and she wants to get revenge on somebody, and they do like heists and stuff like that. This is so much fun, this book. Oh my gosh. My friend Erica, thank you so much, Erica, is the one that told me about this book, because she read it this year and freaking loved it. Like, look at the tabs. Like, I didn't tab it near as much as Erica did. Like, oh my gosh. If I reread this, though, it would be a lot more tabbed. But yeah, it's about them, like, trying to do heist, and something goes wrong, and they have to make it right. You know what I'm talking about. They have to, like, get themselves out of danger and stuff like that. It's just a fun ride. Like, yes. Then, at number 8, we have the Pass Playbook by Isaac Fitzsimmons. Now, this one, I know I loved it, but I can't remember too much about it. I know that he's, let me look. Okay, he lives at a place, I think at first he lives somewhere where they're not accepting. And then he goes somewhere where they are, or vice versa. But yeah. So there he could be queer, but he doesn't know anybody that's trans. Like they're trans. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm so bad at remembering if it's they or them for trans. So correct me down below. But yeah. And there's this person that Spencer starts to like, and for something happens and he has to like hide that they have to hide that they're queer. Trans, sorry, I'm getting the terms wrong. They have to lie, or go back in the closet for that part. And they have to choose between sports or being true to themselves. It's so good. I just love the romance in here. I can't say if it's represented well, but I don't know if Isaac Fitzsimmons, I don't know what they identify as, or Isaac identifies as. So yeah. So if maybe he's trans, I'm not really sure, but yeah. But let me know down below if you think this is a good representation. Yeah. Sorry, I cannot talk today. My brain today, you guys, sucks. Okay, I think we're at 8. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8. Are we at 7? I got lost. Yeah, I think we're at 7 or 8. Okay, let me double check, you guys. I got lost. So 8. Let me see. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. No, this has to be number 7. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yes, this has to be 7. Did I just say 7? You guys will know. Yeah. Let's just say 7. Correct me. I'll correct myself down below, or you could correct me down below if it's not. But I'm pretty sure it's 7. And that's Roll of Wolves by Lee Bardugo. This one surprised me because I did not like what was it called? Kingdom of Scars? What was the other one called? King of Scars? King of Scars, I gave 3 stars. 3.5, I'm not sure. But this one I freaking loved. I love Nikolai. He's my favorite out of all the books. Yeah, and this is him, and why do I always forget the other people's names in here? Zoya, how do you say her name? And Nina. And this one's all their story. I love this so much. There is some parts that make you laugh. There's some parts that make you cry. There's some awesome parts that I don't want to say because it might be considered spoilers. There ain't really too much to say about this one just because it will spoil King of Scars and some of the other books in the series, and the other worlds. So yeah, I don't want to do that in case you've never read the series or anything like that. But Nikolai is just yummy. The only complaint I have, there's 2 complaints I have, but still didn't take me away from giving it 6 stars. I wanted more for Nina, and I still didn't get enough Nikolai. That's what that was my gripe for the first book, King of Scars. It was supposed to be, this is supposed to be Nikolai's series, duology, and the first one especially, I felt like he was just mentioned, he was everybody else was overpowered in what should have been his story. But this one, I think it still did that a little bit, but I felt like it did a better job of giving us more of Nikolai's story. Yeah, I just really loved it. I'm trying to get them without dropping my phone. Because one of the books I don't have, so I got my phone open. Number 6. 6, 5, 4, 3. Yeah. 6 is In Deeper Waters by F.T. Lukens. This one, it's like his coming out. He's like a prince. Yeah, and it's his coming of age tour. And the guy's name is Tal. Anyways, when they're out for his tour, coming of age tour, they find this. They rescue this mysterious prisoner from another vessel, whose name is Athleen, something like that. And then he escapes. He jumps off, leaves the ship, and then later on, Tal gets kidnapped, and lo and behold, who is the one that can save him? And they fall in love. This has like different kinds of sea creatures in it and stuff like that. It's so much fun. This is quite the adventure. And look at this cover. It's probably one of my favorite covers of 2021. Like, oh my gosh. And I cannot wait for more books by F.T. Lukens, something like that. I think 5 or 3. Yeah, 5. Coming in at number 5, we can't forget a Sarah J. Maas. So, A Court of Silver Flames. I was surprised. I thought this was going to be like my least favorite book in the series because I did not like Nesta at all in the other books. And I thought, what? I forget his name. her guy in here. I don't know why I forget his name all the time. Cassian. And I thought I always liked Cassian, but he wasn't my favorite. Maybe that's why I just forgot his name. But these two together in this book just worked. And I just love Nesta so freaking much. Like, yeah. She really, to me, I know a lot of people still don't think that she like, got better, you know, as the story went on. But I loved her. You know who pissed me off in this book? I'm not going to say why he pissed me off. But Rhysand, how do you say his last name? His name, he pissed me off in this book. I love, like, Farah in here. I mean, there was a couple things that Farah did that I was kind of like, but, you know, my favorite thing is the friendships that she makes in this book. And I'm rooting for a certain person that we just get introduced to in this book to get with. I always forget my favorite guy's name because my brain right now. But, let me find, I don't know how you say his name. Azazel, you guys know who I'm talking about. I just cannot pronounce his name. Why do I forget names so bad? I hate not knowing. But anyways, I can't pronounce his name. But you guys know who I'm talking about if you've read the book, other books. But yeah, I'm rooting for him and a new character that came into play in this book. And I liked that last, like, it did take a little bit to get into, but I really love, like, towards the end. And I just love, like I said, how much I felt like Nessa grew. And there was parts in here that made me cry. Even though I kind of knew that everything would turn out, there was a part in here that was like, oh my God, I'm so nervous. What is this? What if I'm wrong? You know? So yeah, I just really love this book. Like, I thought it was really good. Like, I know, like I said, a lot of people don't like Nesta, but I freaking loved her in this book. Like, she just, like, in this book. And I just love the smut in this book. I love the library. Oh my gosh, the library, you guys. I want this library so bad. And I love the smut in here. I think now we're at 5? No, 4, right? No, 5. No, 4. 4, 3. No, I'm sorry, you guys. 5, 4, 3, 2. Yeah, 5. Okay, 5 I don't have a physical copy of. One of these days I want to get a copy and annotate it. But that is the Mine F series by S.T. Abbey, who passed away last year, so that was sad. But this is about, oh, I don't remember their names because it's been a while, and you guys know I suck at remembering names. Lena and Logan, I believe. And she is a serial killer, you guys. Oh my gosh. And he's a cop. And he's on her case. Like, he's supposed to be finding her. Well, they don't know it's a her at first. They don't know who they're looking for at first. But yeah, they're supposed to be looking. He's on the case to find this killer. And, oh my gosh. The reason why she kills you guys, like, is very intriguing. So, yeah. And there's like 5, I think, altogether. Because this is the bind up right here. Yeah, it says 1 through 5. So, yeah. This is the bind up. And, like I said, I want to buy it eventually. But, oh my gosh, like, the tension in here. I think I would have only gave it 5 stars because the guy did some stuff that I really didn't like. But I just loved Lainey, I think that's her name, so much that I was like, yeah, I still got to give it a 6 star. I still got to make it a favorite of the year. It still has to be in the top 5. Like, yes, I mean, oh my gosh, yes, it needed to be in the top 5. I hope I did these all right. Yeah, because this is number 4, I believe I said. If not, it is 4. Okay. So, yeah. Definitely good. A lot of gore in this book. A lot of trigger warnings. So just be prepared. Okay, I can take this off because I don't need it. At 3, this was so hard too, you guys. Like this one. Up until I read the number 1 book, I thought this would be number 1 or number 2. But these other 2 just came on strong. Top 2 are like, oh my freaking gosh. Okay. Winter's Orbit by Everin Maxwell. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I started rereading it, but I didn't get to finish the reread, so I'm going to finish it sometime this year. Oh my gosh, you guys. This is Prince Keem and Count Janin. They have to get married for political reasons. Count Janin, how do you say his name, was married, and the guy, the husband, couldn't stand what I heard about him. But anyways, he was killed, and at first they think it was an accident, and then they come to find out that it wasn't an accident, and they think that Janin, how do you say it, is the one that killed his spouse. But yeah, but they have to get married, like I said, for political reasons. So he doesn't even get a chance, like, to, like, be single for a little bit before he's forced to marry Prince Keem. How do you say it? This does have a little bit of red, white, and royal blue feel to it. And it does have romance in it. I would say it's half-half. Like, the first half is mostly, like, them getting to know each other and finding out, like, that his deceased husband, you know, about him. And then the second half is the romance more and the plot. So I think it's a little bit of everything. So that's why I really love it. And there's a certain way you could tell, like, what they identify as. Like, if, I don't know how to explain it. I'm not good at stuff like that. But if you go into it, you guys will understand what I'm saying. I'm just not very good at saying, like, explaining that. So, yeah. And I don't want to offend anybody, so, yeah. But this one, I just love these 2. Yeah, there's that one trope that I do not like. I hate miscommunication. But once that's over with, like, the rest of it, you know, once I get over that miscommunication, the rest of the book is like, oh my gosh, yeah. Oh, so many books. Number 2, like I said, is going to be an author. And number 1's going to be an author. So this year, I read 3 books by T.J. Klune. I read The Extraordinaries, which is book 1. And I read Flashfire, which is book 2. Book 3 will be out in July. I'm so excited. And this is Nick and Seth. And Nick wants to be an extraordinary, so a superhero, basically. And it's just him, like, is he going to become extraordinary? Like, there's a lot of stuff that's going on in these books. Like, I don't want to ruin anything, so I'm not going to really, like, tell you what's going on. But, yeah, just say that Nick is really cool. And he writes, like, one of those, like, fanfic type things. And it's so much fun, and there's so many, like, side characters that I love. Like, these 2 are best friends, and then they have another 2 people that are really good friends of theirs, and the other 2 are together. Their names are, oh my gosh, why do I forget names? I think one is Jazz. Let me see. I'll tell you in a minute. I'll tell you their names. I'll find it. Yeah, Jazz and Gibby. And those 2 are together, and I love those 2 so much. And I just love Nick and Seth. Is he going to get with Seth? If he is, how do they get together? Is he going to become an extraordinary? If so, how is he going to become an extraordinary? Because he does some things in this book especially. Yeah. Just to try to become extraordinary. And the other one. This one made me boo freaking hoo. And that's Under the Whispering Door. Oh my gosh, you guys. I don't have tears in here, but the last 100 pages, I was like, and I was a sobbing mess, and I couldn't catch my breath. I thought I was gonna, like, I was hyperventilating. I was crying so hard. Like, oh my gosh, you guys wouldn't believe it. Like, I had so many tissues, like, in a pile on my little table here. Oh my gosh. I could not believe how much I freaking love this book. Because I did not like, what was his name? Wallace at first. Like, he is such an asshole, you guys, at the beginning of this book. Like, there's nothing about him that you would like in this book. Like, at all at the beginning. Like, he is an ass. Like, yes. Yeah. If you watched, The Christmas Carol, Ebenezer Scrooge, how we say his name? This is what he is at the beginning of the book. He might be even worse if that's possible. Like, he is such an asshole. But then he dies. He wakes up. I mean, he's at his funeral. Meets this lady that is going to take him to where he'll go, whatever you believe you go when you die. And he meets, let me take a sip of my coffee. I'm so bad at remembering names. Hugo? He meets Hugo, and Hugo is the one that, like there's a tea shop, that's what this is, and he runs a tea shop, but he's also, where is the one that gets them ready to actually go. The one that gets him at his funeral, is the one that takes him to Hugo. And then, yeah, like I said, Hugo prepares whoever dies to go, to wherever it is that you believe you go to when you die. And he has like a week to get things together because he wants to, he feels bad for how he was, and he wants to change it, you guys. He wants to, before he goes, he wants to become a totally different person. And you meet so many characters in here. There's a ghost dog in here that you'll freaking love. I love this ghost dog so freaking much. I just love the whole world. Like I said, I boo-hooed. Look at all the tabs. And I freaking boo-hooed. Like, I cried so much. Like, there's a lot of yellows at the end of the book. Like, a lot of yellow tabs towards the end. And that's because I was crying so much. It wasn't. And I'm not going to say that it's all happy tears, but I'm not going to say it's all sad tears. It was just a mixture of all kinds of tears. I just was a sobbing mess. So this series, I freaking love. I cannot wait to see how everything ends, especially after I read the sneak peek for book 3. And this one, oh my gosh. Like, I love his standalone books so much. Okay, now this one, I gave every single book by her a 6-star. So let's talk about the 2 that I'm doing singly. We got Time Served by Time Served book 1 that's called Endangered Species by Only James, and this one is about Nicholas. You'll meet him in this series, in the Elite Protection series. But this is about Nicholas, Webster, and Cyrus. And they're, I guess you could say stepbrothers. Cyrus's dad and Webster's mom marry. And it's not a spoiler. Cyrus gets arrested because they frame him for killing his dad. And it was really Webster's mom. And Webster's mom, oh my gosh, is an ass. Like, she's awful, you guys. Awful. And she, yeah. And then somebody wants Webster gone. They want him dead. When he was young, he testified, and his testimony is what got Cyrus the 20 years. But there's some reasons why that happened. Anyways, they think, okay, these people are like, okay, we're going to make it look like Nicholas is bad, I forget what he was put in for. But anyway, and they're like, and hopefully Cyrus will kill him. Because after all, Nicholas is the one that put Cyrus in jail for the 20 years. It was his testimony. And of course, it's their love story. You know, Cyrus has to protect Webster. Why the other people that you meet in the Elite Protection Services are trying to find out why this is going on. Why did they frame Webster? How are they going to get Webster out? And then how are they going to get Cyrus out? Since Cyrus really didn't kill, his dad. And I can't remember the other 2 books' names right now. But this was the one that, even though I loved all 3 of them, this is the one I had to, just talk about for that reason. Intoxicating is the first one in the Elite Protection Services. This one is with Wyatt and Lincoln. And Lincoln is hired to watch over Wyatt because something happened in his past and he's very, suicidal. And he's done some stuff that his dad doesn't want to happen again. His dad is rerunning for Senate or some kind of a office. And yeah, he hires Lincoln, and of course his dad is an asshole. And Lincoln and Wyatt fall in love. Something happened in his past, though, that you got to find out about. Just know that these series are definitely dark. So be worried of that. I can't tell you, the trigger warnings because you guys might consider it a spoiler. But just know that, yeah. Especially in Endangered Species, that one, yeah. And in this one, like I said, he has tried to commit suicide before. he does, I will give you one trigger warning, he does cut himself a lot in this book. So be prepared about that. He definitely cuts himself. But it's so good. Like, their love story, him and Lincoln, oh my gosh. I would think this, actually, I think, like, they're my favorite. Like, this is one of my favorite stories, but I can't remember what the second one's called, but that's, like, my favorite couple. But, yeah. But this one I just had to pick because Wyatt and Lincoln are hot together. I love how Lincoln takes care of Wyatt, and I just love, like, their chemistry. Like, it just got, like, sexual, raw. Oh, my gosh. Their sex scenes are hot. Hot, hot, hot. But they're also really awesome. Okay, I have all three that are out so far in the Necessary Evil series. We got Unhinged, which is Adam and Noah's story. Did I say Wyatt? I hope I said his name right, because sometimes I'll get Noah and Wyatt's name wrong. But we got Adam and Noah. This series is about this guy, Thomas. He decides that he wants to see if he can get psychopaths, people that, of course, that don't have that don't have emotions. He wants to see if he can get them to just kill, like, people that, necessary evil people, you know, people that get away with, like rape, human trafficking, different things like that. And in this one, Adam killed Noah's dad, but, and Noah wants to, not Noah. Yeah, Noah, I'm right. Noah wants to kill Adam, and that's how this starts, with him going to kill Adam. And then he finds out stuff about his dad, and shit goes down. And these two, oh my gosh. Like, they are awesome, 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 awesome. They are so cute together. She does, the author, Only James, does put what the trigger warnings are. But yeah, these two are hot together, and you'll see these guys. You see all of them interact with one another, of course, because they're brothers. And, you know, and then some of them, and then the other ones, like, the ones they fall in love with, like, become friends with the other person's significant other. So yeah, you get a lot of crossover in this, of course. And, of course, you get a whole bunch of crossover in Intoxicating people and all the other books, even The Time Serves, because this one is, you know, like a spin-off. There's like a spin-off, and that's the Time Serve series. So, yeah. So you get to, like, enjoy them. Even when their story is over with, you get to know what's going on in their lives. So it's fun. But, yeah, this one, sexy. I just freaking love Noah. He cracks me up. Like, I wish I could find a quote of his that he says. Let me see, right here. Let me see where I can find it. Oh, this is what he says. He says, Noah asks Adam, why would you want to be in a relationship if you can't love somebody? And then Adam ponders a question. What does that word even mean? Lots of people throw the word love around without actually treating the people they supposedly love like they are loved. I don't have the same signal firing in my brain that you do. I have to rely on my instincts. My instincts tell me you're the one. I love that quote from Adam. And I love this one from Noah. Noah's heart did a little dance behind his ribcage. Adam was so fucking intense. He was like one of those characters in a teen romance novel where the naive girl ignores every instinct with classic consequences. Except in this scenario, Noah was a naive girl. I just love this. And then we got number 2, which is right now my favorite, Psycho. This is Lucas and August. August? Oh my god, and Lucas. Oh my gosh. They're so, oh my god, I love these two together. Oh, this is definitely my favorite out of the 3 so far. Like, oh my gosh, they're just so cute. Lucas has, like, he can, like, when he touches somebody, he can, like, see, like, everything that person's done. And he, saw that one of his FBI fellow agents was a killer. And, of course, even though his cases are always, like, he's always right on what goes down and stuff like that, once they find out that how he finds out, they are like, nope, we don't trust you, we don't believe you, and he basically gets fired, and he goes to where August is like he's some kind of a teacher, I believe. I can't remember what kind of a teacher, but yeah, and yeah, he touches August and figures out that, you know, that he's a killer. And yeah, it's really good. Really, really good. Like, my baby's like, oh my gosh, these 2 are so adorable. And August is the man. Like, oh my God, you guys. I'm going to tease a little bit, but I'm not going to say, but in one of the other books, oh, I loved him in it. Oh my God, was he the best? Oh my gosh, he's just, oh my gosh, okay. And then we got Moonstruck. This is Atticus and Jericho. Atticus is supposed to go and kill somebody, and when he gets there, Jericho is already there taking care of business. And after, this happens at the beginning of the book, so I'm not going to say anything, so it's not a spoiler. After Atticus, not Atticus, Atticus, right? No, Jericho. After Jericho kills the guy, they sleep together. Well, they like give each other, you know, a fun time. They don't sleep together. They just, you know, give each other a, you know, right there, right after killing somebody. And we find out that Jericho's sister went missing, and they find her body. It's not a spoiler because this happens like almost right away. And Atticus is going to help, Atticus and his brothers and everybody is going to help him find out what happened to his sister. And we get Felix, who is Jericho's brother. I freaking love him. Oh my gosh. He's going to be with one of the brothers. I'm not going to tell you which brother, but he's going to be with one of the brothers, and I'm so excited. Like, oh my God, am I excited to read their story? Because Felix is like, oh my gosh. And then there's some other characters in here that are Jericho's neighborhood, you know, they help him. They're like the neighborhood watch in their neighborhood. And Jericho is the one that does the killing, but the boys that are with him are the ones that find out, like, everything that they need for him to go and do the job. And we're going to get a spin-off series with the boys. Like, I'm so excited. Okay, that is it. Let's get out of here, because this is 50 minutes, you guys, but I'm sorry. I had to do it. I just had to. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what your favorite book was, least favorite book. Does any of these books make you want to read them? I just love that series. And at the end of the month, the next book with one of the twins is going to be out. And oh my gosh. Ooh. Okay, I'm going to let you guys go. If you guys stayed for this almost hour video, oh my God, props to you. Props to you. Do a crown emoji. Or a smiling emoji to let me know that you stayed for the whole thing. If you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, please think about subscribing and hit that bell icon so you'll know whenever a video is out for your viewing pleasure. And whatever you do, try to read the book and see if you guys like it and let me know. Okay, because this series, oh, so good.
When
now you're gonna love the brothers.
No more hope is left in me. I can see what comes by.